So good. You're thinking of all the fishing that I'm gonna be able to do. Though fishing is
Wait, I was muted the whole time. But yeah, so I just wanted to address the police interaction situation. Um, Also, I know that I posted it, so I want to address it. Get on live. I haven't been on the live in a while. I've been gone for a while, so just enjoying the family, um, stuff like that. So, yeah, welcome to the chat. I appreciate y'all for real, and we're gonna get into it for sure. So, um, first things first about the police interaction. Y'all saw the video. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's on my page. And but first, I want to say that I have to repent. You know, and I want to say this publicly because even though I might be, even though I might think I'm right or it wasn't wrong, or I mean, or anything. You know what I'm saying? I did feel like I didn't need to get out the vehicle. Um, Here, let me actually put these headphones on. Let's see if everything. I'm almost gonna say what I have to say first, and then we can try out different versions of the audio mix and stuff. So, but yeah, I just wanted to repent. I want to apologize if I led anybody in the wrong way. It's not of Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to publicly, he was just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of the fact, whoever's right, whoever's wrong, it doesn't matter. I need to trust in Yahuwah that provides all my needs, uh, and vengeance is His, not mine, and for me to take care of. So I need to remember that at all times in any situation. So I just want to go over that, and yeah, I want to go over that so people will know, and I'll probably even make this into a shorter video to address that because I have to say it wasn't right, so, and I was upset. I was, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I was getting mistreated and I wanted to stand up for myself. And, you know what I'm saying? I want to stand up for myself. I wanted to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not what He wants me to do. He wants me to trust in Him. You know, I think about David. I think about all these people that is willing to trust Yahuwah with everything. You know what I'm saying? You look at Second Samuel, you look at Yaakov, um, Jacob, you look at all these people where they actually humbled down. David, they humbled down, and even though they could have did so much more complaining, Yahushua Mashiach, that they was willing to say, okay, like even though I'm getting wrongfully treated, I shouldn't react that way. And it's something I have to work on, you know? It's truly something I have to work on. So, and I'm progressing. I'm not saying I am perfect. I'm not saying I'm not. But I know he called us to be perfect, and I need to be better, for sure. But without further ado, we're gonna get into a lot of different stuff. I haven't watched Truth Unedited. You know, shout out to him. I want to. I had a song that I wanted to make. I wanted to see how that goes. So right now, I don't have my mic. I don't have my mic. I don't have my interface. So if anything, music correlated, we won't be. Um, we won't be really. Yeah. So we won't be really getting into it too deep. Um. So yeah, if y'all want to watch that, you know, yeah, I can get into that. But other than that, we're gonna get into it. I just want to publicly say that and repent, you know, and really watch the piece and the and how I am as a person and how I'm presenting myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to present myself in the best example. You know, not only for myself but for my family. You know, so yeah. I just wanted to get into that. So I'm gonna probably be reading the chat, you know what I'm saying, from my phone. Yeah, so I just wanted to go over that. So yeah, so that's what I want to do. And y'all just let me know how that goes. Alright, y'all, we're gonna get straight into it.
You said I'm gonna get sick.
And I don't know how I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know how I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. If that is gonna go there, then I need to do sound. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. Oh, why is this not working, man?
Why are you laughing?
It's just that you watching that right now. Maybe if I do it that way. Why can't I hear it though? It can't be that way. So I have to be the live stream setup. Live stream setup. If that works. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna do this FL Studio thing right now. We might just mm,
Texas homeowners.
so why can't I hear out of the headphones?
If you could get backup batteries for your home.
So that works. Wait, so that means that. Sorry, I'm going through some difficulties right now.
Would you take them?
Well, maybe I should just watch it without the headphones. Let's watch it without the headphones.
As I was going over what First Thessalonians chapter 4 was really speaking about, I praise Yah for the number of people that truly understood that our promises are to inherit this earth and reign with our Messiah. And there were far less people than before that were tied to that pre-tribulation rapture nonsense. From that discussion, I recognized that there were still some areas of confusion that was still left to be discussed. I appreciate the comment sections of my videos because as I engage with many people, I'm able to understand their thoughts and where the struggles are. I personally believe that an online ministry like this can be more challenging than any other church ministry because pastors, they don't have to deal with things like this. They don't have people judging their sermons by the title before they even said a word. They don't have people stopping them in the middle of the sermon to interject their points. They actually don't even really have to deal with disagreements at all. I mean, how many pastors deliver a sermon and then deal with those who disagree every time they bring something out? I've never seen that in a ministry. But when you engage in ministry like this, people from everywhere like to spew their thoughts, and it can be challenging at times. And that's why I've seen in a lot of the other Christian channels, they don't even engage in their comment section. But with me, I do engage in the comment section, and it can be very helpful engaging in comments because it provides growth for us all. This ministry has grown in understanding over the years from engaging in the comment section. And where there were challenges, I had to go back and review and study and move as Yah has guided me. And I'm very thankful for all of it because it has allowed me to really grow in knowledge of Yah and what He has truly declared in His Word. As I have repeatedly said, the challenge for most people is the lack of study in the Old Testament. People have end times views without ever reading the Old Testament, and that is the problem with end times dispensational doctrine. There is a complete rejection of the Old Testament prophets and what Yahuwah has declared. And what most people don't recognize is that it's in the Old Testament where all clarity has been given. Most Christians are like this pastor when it comes to the scriptures.
Here's the problem, Rabbi. They're reading Joel, Zephaniah, Zechariah, Habakkuk. They're reading prophets that by and large in the Christian church today, those books don't even exist, right? We pastors, we read Malachi to tell people to pay their tithes. Other than that, we don't have any use for Malachi, right? And this is what's going on. So they're reading these scriptures. First of all, he's reading something I didn't even know was in my Bible, right? Secondly, now he's misinterpreting it, but he already has his foot in the door because he showed me where it says, and he's showing me things like Egypt and Ethiopia. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12, he said that from the four corners of the earth, and he's naming these African and Middle Eastern lands. It's right there in the scriptures, right? I'm going, wow, I'd never even seen this before, right? So now I'm bringing this back to a pastor who may or may not know these things. If he can't give me a legit answer, that's another reason why I'm going over to here to this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
You see, he's just saying what most pastors really believe, but they wouldn't be so bold to actually say so. You see, when they preach, they don't have a use for the Old Testament in those books in the Old Testament. And so, be clear, that's why a majority of Christians have no idea what they are really to expect in regards to the last days. Our goal as believers should be to be heirs of the promise of Abraham. And the promise of Abraham is not to go to heaven, but to dwell in the land given to Abraham and live in peace under the reign of Yah. Because this teaching is pretty much non-existent in the mainstream church, I want to make sure that I provide clarity. Because of what is happening in this world, everyone is talking about the end times. Many Christian content creators are making a lot of content that speaks about the evil agendas in regards to the Bible prophecy. And unfortunately, they are steering people into traps because they themselves are caught in the strong delusion. But away from that fact, let's just focus on what the majority are speaking about. Everyone, for the most part, when talking about the end times, they deal with the plagues of Revelation and the reign of the Antichrist. But most don't truly understand what really is to take place during this period. They focus on the bad, but most don't really understand the good. And because of this, I do believe that it's important to really sum up what it is that we're all waiting for and striving to endure to the end for. The reason people are looking for a pre-tribulation rapture is because they haven't been truly taught about our promises. And it's because, as that pastor clearly says, they have no use for the books from the Old Testament prophets. I want to make sure that there is a teaching that clearly goes over this. So what I will do is do my best to summarize the promises that we are waiting for when our Messiah comes back and reigns as king. I'm going to do a thorough study of the end times that leads to the millennial kingdom and what happens during the millennial reign and then after. I hope this really solidifies all that has been discussed and it brings clarity. Now, I don't have all the answers, but Yahweh has given us enough detail where we can understand what it is that we should be waiting for with real biblical expectations. So we're going to bring it all out. We're going to discuss the millennial kingdom. Let's begin. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be thorough and go through the scriptures as best that I can. I have tried to illustrate some of this, but it's really hard to do so in the programs that I use, and I'm against using AI. So much of this will be just the scriptures, and I will provide explanations when I can. I have attached a PDF copy of all the scriptures that I've used so you can print out and follow along on your own and study them on your own time. Please know that this will not be completely comprehensive. I will not be able to cover all scriptures that are written about this topic, but I will do my best to cover what I feel is important to focus on. Hope this really blesses you. We will start at what we should all be waiting for. You see, the Christian church has been given a false expectation. The Christian church is trying to go to heaven, and among many other reasons, that's a big reason why I'm against Christianity. The doctrines of Christianity have the followers totally aligned to unbiblical goals And this is why many will hear that Messiah never knew them. The goals Christians are waiting for have nothing to do with what our Father has actually declared, and that is why so many people will not be ready. We should not be waiting to leave here and go to heaven. We should be waiting for the second Exodus. So this is where we must start if you're going to understand the future prophecy. Now, to start this, we just can't start at the second Exodus. If you're going to understand this, you must understand what our Father did to Yasharel and his anger with them. Then you will understand what he's going to do later in these times that we're waiting for. So let me cover what he did. We'll start here. For Yahuwah will strike Israel as a reed is shaken in the water. He will uproot Israel from this good land which he gave to their fathers, and will scatter them beyond the river, because they have made their wooden images, provoking Yahuwah to anger. And he will give Israel up because of the sins of Jeroboam, who sinned and who made Israel sin. That's 1 Kings chapter 14, verses 15 and 16. Next, we have acted very corruptly against you, and have not kept the commandments, the statutes, nor the ordinances which you commanded your servant Moses. Remember, I pray, the word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the nations. That's Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 7 and 8. Also, I will scatter them also among the Gentiles, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them until I have consumed them. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 16. I will scatter them as with an east wind before the enemy. I will show them the back and not the face in the day of their calamity. Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 17. Or, therefore, fathers shall eat their sons in your midst, and sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgments among you. And all of you who remain, I will scatter to all the winds. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 10. Also, then they shall know that I am Yahuwah when I scatter them among the nations and disperse them throughout the countries. But I will spare a few of their men from the sword, from famine, and from pestilence, that they may declare all their abominations among the Gentiles wherever they go. Then they shall know that I am Yahuwah. Ezekiel chapter 12, verses 15 and 16. Also, and Yahuwah will scatter you among the peoples, and you will be left few in number among the nations where Yahuwah will drive you. And there you will serve gods, the works of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 27 and 28. And lastly, and they will fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Luke chapter 21, verse 24. Okay, so that's the starting point. What you should see from these scriptures is that Yasharel was punished and then they were scattered. And what you'll see next is that they have dealt with the punishment, which is Jacob's trouble, as is prophesied here in Jeremiah 30. Now these are the words that Yahweh spoke concerning Israel and Judah. For thus says Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask now and see whether a man is ever in labor with child. So why do I see every man with his hands on his loins like a woman in labor, and all faces turn pale? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, and it is the time of Jacob's trouble. That's Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 4 through 7. And you see, that's Jacob's trouble. Okay, so that should be understood. You see, Yasharel was punished and exiled from their land because of their disobedience. But Yahweh has prophesied that he would not forget their covenant. You must understand that he knew of this before he even sent them into the promised land when they were with Moses. In Deuteronomy chapter 4, it says, when you beget children and grandchildren and have grown old in the land, and act corruptly, and make a carved image in the form of anything, and do evil in the sight of Yahweh your Elohim to provoke him to anger, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day that you will soon utterly perish from the land which you crossed over the Jordan to possess. You will not prolong your days in it, but will be utterly destroyed. And Yahweh will scatter you among the peoples, and you will be left few in number among the nations where Yahweh will drive you. And there you will serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But from there you will seek Yahweh your Elohim, and you will find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. When you are in distress and all these things come upon you in the latter days, when you turn to Yahweh your Elohim and obey his voice, for Yahweh your Elohim is a merciful El. He will not forsake you, nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant of your fathers, which he swore to them. That's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 25 through 31. You see, he knew of this before they even made it to the land. He knew that they were going to be punished. He said after this distress, Yahshua would seek him genuinely. And he shows this in this same prophecy when speaking about Jacob's trouble. So we just read up to verse 7. Let's continue reading the prophecy of Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30 from the place I left off in verse 7. He explains what he plans to do. It says, "And it is the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, says Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from your neck, and will burst your bonds. Foreigners shall no more enslave them, but they shall serve Yahweh their Elohim, and David their king, whom I will raise up for them. Therefore do not fear, O my servant Jacob, says Yahweh, nor be dismayed, O Israel. For behold, I will save you from afar, and your seed from the land of their captivity. Jacob shall return, have rest, and be quiet, and no one shall make him afraid. For I am with you, says Yahweh, to save you. Though I make a full end of all nations where I have scattered you, yet I will not make a complete end of you. But I will correct you in justice, and will not let you go altogether unpunished. For thus says Yahweh, your affliction is incurable, your wound is severe. There is no one to plead your cause, that you may be bound up. You have no healing medicines. All your lovers have forgotten you. They do not seek you. For I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of your iniquities, because your sins have increased. Why do you cry about your affliction? Your sorrow is incurable, because of the multitude of your iniquities, because your sins have increased. I have done these things to you. That's Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 4 through 15. So here's some hypocrisy. Christians believe that the Great Tribulation is the time of Jacob's trouble. That's what they believe. But it's actually the opposite. The Great Tribulation is the time when Jacob will be saved out of it, and Yahweh will bring Yasharel back from his captivity. And this is what we know as the second Exodus. And like I said in the beginning, this is what I've been leading to, but before I got to the second Exodus, I wanted to explain why this would be occurring. So now that we got that out the way, let me explain the second Exodus. There's a lot of scriptures written on this, but I will focus on one of the most clarifying ones. But I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries where I have driven them, and bring them back to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. I will set up shepherds over them who will feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, nor shall they be lacking, says Yahweh. Behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that I will raise to David a branch of righteousness. A king shall reign and prosper, and execute judgment and righteousness in the earth. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell safely. Now this is his name by which he will be called, Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that they shall no longer say, as Yahweh lives, who brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, but as Yahweh lives, who brought up and led the descendants of the house of Israel from the north country and from all the countries where I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Jeremiah chapter 23, verses 3 through 8. Hallelujah. And here's another. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as have escaped of the house of Jacob, will never again depend on him who defeated them, but will depend on Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. In truth, the remnant will return, the remnant of Jacob, to the mighty El. For though your people, O Israel, be as the sand of the sea, a remnant of them will return. The destruction decreed shall overflow with righteousness. For Yahweh Elohim of hosts will make a determined end in the midst of all the land. That's Isaiah chapter 10, verses 20 through 23. Also, but now, thus says Yahweh, who created you, O Jacob, and he who formed you, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. For I am Yahweh your Elohim, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I gave Egypt for your ransom, Ethiopia and Seba in your place. Since you were precious in my sight, you have been honored, and I have loved you. Therefore I will give men for you, and people for your life. Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your descendants from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give them up, and the south, do not keep them back. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Isaiah chapter 43, verses 1 through 6. Also, thus says Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the land of the east, and from the land of the west. I will bring them back, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. They shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim in truth and righteousness. Zechariah chapter 8, verses 7 and 8. Do you see all this prophecy? And there's many more that speak about this second Exodus. I have a PDF of these scriptures as well that will be on my website for your reference. Again, the link is in the description box. But this is what we're waiting for. This is the promise. And if we understood the Bible, this should be what we're waiting for. Christians literally are believing in fiction that has nothing to do with what he has actually promised. Ask any of them about the second Exodus. Ask any of them about any of these scriptures, and they will not have a clue. Why do you think that is? We are waiting for him to gather Yasharel and bring us into the wilderness, just as he showed John in Revelation chapter 12. It says, now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time, from the presence of the serpent. So the serpent spewed water out of his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of Elohim and have the testimony of Yahusha the Messiah. Revelation chapter 12, verses 13 through 17. You see, Yahuwah, he takes Yasharel into the wilderness away from Satan, and because Satan cannot harm Yasharel, he went to persecute the offsprings. That's the Gentiles that did not come in the second Exodus, but now they need to be tested. And that's why it's important to live in the truth, because if you're not ready, you're going to have it extremely rough dealing with the persecution of the beast and living amongst the judgments in Revelation. Now, we don't know exactly when the second Exodus will start, but we know that before it happens, Yahweh will seal the 144,000 of Yasharel first. And based upon scripture, we know this sealing won't happen before at least the first 4 seals are opened. That's when peace is taken from the earth, so events like World War III, civil wars and unrest, etc., those are happening around the world. Then famine and inflation, that's the dollar collapse and the reset of fiat money, which halts all trade. And then from all of that, a quarter of the population goes. We can expect that the second Exodus won't happen before this point because of what is said in Revelation 7 about the seal of Yasharel. It says, after these things, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or on any tree. I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Elohim, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Elohim on their foreheads. Revelation chapter 7, verses 1 through 3. And then if you continue reading, he goes down and explains who gets sealed. So as reading that, if you pay attention to the words, it was said to the angels to not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees until the 144,000 are sealed. So during those first 4 seals, the earth, the sea, and the trees, they're not affected. So we know that it doesn't happen before then. But by the 6th seal, the earth is shaken, and by the first trumpet, everything goes nuts. So based upon the word, you can assume that by the time we see a quarter of the population go, soon after this, the 144,000 of Yasharel will be sealed. So what do you do with this knowledge now? You should be...
Why does that sound like the Avengers?
prepare now to go through some hard and difficult times on the earth while judgment comes to these nations. Though the judgment is not for you, you can't get around what's going to happen to everyone.
Avengers Infinity War with prophecy of the end times correlation. This what ChatGPT say, yo. I'm not gonna try to share my screen. It's gonna be doing too much. Excuse me. But anyway, I asked ChatGPT, Avengers Infinity War with prophecy and the end times correlation. It says Avengers and okay, here, I'm gonna let him talk. I'm just gonna let him talk. I don't got time.
And the end times prophecies in Scripture actually line up in some deep symbolic ways, especially if you watch with spiritual eyes open. Let's break it down and show the prophetic parallels. 1. Thanos equals anti-Messiah, Antichrist beast figure. Thanos comes with a false sense of righteousness, claiming he's bringing balance to the universe by destroying half of all life. But his method is destruction disguised as salvation, which is exactly how the Antichrist operates, appearing to bring peace and order, but actually bringing death and deception. Scriptures, 2 Thessalonians 3:4. The man of sin will exalt himself above all that is called Elohim. Revelation 13:7-8. The beast has authority over all nations, and all that dwell on the earth shall worship him, except the chosen. Thanos is worshipped, followed by others, even when his mission is twisted, similar to how people will follow the beast in the last days. Infinity Stones equals false dominion, mimicking Yahuwah's power. The Infinity Stones represent control over soul, mind, power, reality, and space.
Why you say
Aspects
that
of
twice?
creation that only Yahuwah truly commands. Thanos collecting them is like Satan trying to sit on the throne, pretending to have all power. Scriptures, Isaiah 14, verse 13-14. I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. Revelation 13:2. The dragon gave the beast his power and great authority. The enemy wants what only Yahuwah has, total authority. The stones are a counterfeit version of Yahuwah's sovereignty. 3. The snap equals end-time judgment, or the great deception. Thanos snaps and half the universe disappears instantly. Symbolically, this can mirror the sudden destruction in the end times, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, or the great falling away when people spiritually vanish due to deception. Scriptures, Matthew 24:40-41. 2 shall be in the field, 1 shall be taken and the other left. Revelation 6-8, global catastrophes and judgments that come suddenly. The snap is instant, cosmic, and world-changing, much like what's described in Revelation. 4. The Avengers equals the remnant, saints, army of Yahuwah. A small group stands up against overwhelming odds. They come from different backgrounds, powers, and stories, just like the remnant believers, called from all tribes and nations. Scriptures, Revelation 7, verse 9-14. A great multitude from every nation who came out of great tribulation. Yahuwah gives voice before his army. Strong is the one who executes his word. The true Avengers are those who fight for truth, even when the world bows to false power. Bonus parallels. Infinity War element, spiritual correlation. And Thanos' balance. Satan's false peace, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. Vision sacrifice, Yahusha's willing sacrifice. Doctor Strange's one outcome, narrow path to salvation, Matthew 7:13-14. Disappearing heroes, End Times Deception Judgment, Revelation 13:14. Tony Stark Iron Man, the one who lays down his life to stop evil, John 15:13. Final Thought, Infinity War, reflects the cosmic battle between light and darkness. It shows how the enemy will rise, deceive, and appear powerful, but only for a time. Just like in Scripture, a remnant rises, a savior returns, and judgment comes to those who corrupted creation. If you'd like, I can help you build a spoken word, teaching, or song that connects this to Revelation or Daniel. Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Infinity.
All right.
That's living here. The world is going to change, and life as you know it right now is going to change. So as the world goes through its judgments, you must prepare for times of war, prepare for civil unrest, famine, absolute money problems, and massive death. If you are prepared, then as these events happen, you will not be shaken, and you will just know that you are to just watch and wait. Very similar to how Yasharel did in Egypt as all those judgments came for the Egyptians. If you know these things are happening, and you know they have nothing to do with you, you will be fine. But those not prepared spiritually and mentally, they will have difficult times ahead, which is why I spoke so much against the pre-tribulation rapture. That doctrine is going to lead a great majority in panic and distress because they are not prepared. I mean, there are so many that don't want to hear that truth, and they're going to have an issue when this all happens. If you are ready, it doesn't have to be you. Consider yourself to be like Yasharel in Egypt. As the plagues went against the Egyptians, it had nothing to do with them. It's the same for you.
Yeah, I ghost my inbox, but only because my AI employee handles it all for me. Every time I open my inbox, my brain froze.
Now, people often ask questions about who and what are the 144,000. I don't have answers except that he's very specific. 12,000 from each tribe of Yasharel. Back in the day, I used to think that that was such a small number. When I look at the world today and see how many people are really against his truth, today that number seems big. But either way, it's 144,000 of Yasharel that gets sealed. We don't have much more information on this, and that's by Yah's design. We don't know if that's each individual person, like the members of my family, or if it's by household. We don't know exactly how the sealing works, but we know it's 144,000. I don't listen to all of the people's analysis about the 144,000. There have been so many different doctrines and beliefs surrounding them. I turn it all off. I pay attention to none of it. If it doesn't match exactly what the scriptures say, I ignore it. The only thing you know is what Yah has said about it, nothing else. Like the Jehovah's Witnesses, they completely made a false belief surrounding them. What we know is that the 144,000 of Yasharel around the world will be sealed. And I believe that it's all about the second Exodus. And I'll explain that soon. Now, please note that these 144,000 are not the same 144,000 in Revelation 14. The ones in Revelation 14 are already in heaven with the Lamb, before the living creatures and the elders. This is not the same as what is in Revelation chapter 7. Please read it all in context. Read them both and understand the difference. Now, the next important part is about the two witnesses. I feel that when the two witnesses come, we will receive more clarity because it said that they will prophesy for 1,260 days. It says, and I will give power to my two witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. Revelation chapter 11, verse 3. So they're going to be here prophesying. You see, people have a lot of different interpretations saying that these two witnesses are this or they're that. Many different interpretations, just like with the 144,000. But I believe they are what is told. That's it. They are the two witnesses that stand before our Father. It says, these are the two olive trees and two lampstands standing before the Elohim of the earth. Revelation chapter 11, verse 4. And you see, this concurs with what is spoken in Zechariah chapter 4. It says, then I answered and said to him, what are these two olive trees at the right of the lampstand and at its left? And I further answered and said to him, what are these two olive branches that drip into the receptacles of the two golden pipes, from which the golden oil drains? Then he answered me and said, do you not know what these are? And I said, no, my Adonai. So he said, these are the two anointed ones who stand beside the Adonai of the whole earth. Zechariah chapter 4, verses 11 through 14. It's the same thing written of them that we see in Revelation 11. There are many speculations about who these men could be. but it really doesn't matter right now because it's all speculation. What we do know is that these two anointed ones come down and they prophesy. And based on what is written, they are physically here. They have power. It says, these have power to shut heaven so that no rain falls in the days of their prophecy. And they have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to strike the earth with all plagues as often as they desire. Revelation chapter 11, verse 6. And we know they're physically here because at some point they're going to be killed and 3 days rise from the dead and get taken back up to heaven. So again, I believe they're physically here based upon all that said. I mean, it says, then those from the peoples, tribes, tongues, and nations will see their dead bodies 3.5 days, and not allow their dead bodies to be put into graves. Revelation chapter 11, verse 9. You see, if everyone is looking at their dead bodies, you should expect them to be physically here. It's just that simple. Anyways, they're here to prophesy, and they will be here for us. If they're here to prophesy, I'm waiting to hear what they come back and prophesy and say. Right now, we have a lot of unanswered questions, and I believe Yah is going to send them to prophesy and provide more clarity about what we need to do for the second Exodus.
Yeah.
He's sending his anointed ones to prophesy for us, and when they come, we will gain clarity for those with ears to hear.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
That's
I don't know exactly what he will.
I'm not gonna line. You know what I'm saying? If that actually happens, bro, that would be so exciting, bro. Like to hear that, hey, this came from Yahuwah, and this came from the word, and they gonna give us instructions clearly on what to do next. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because who doesn't want to go with Yahuwah for sure? You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be an exciting time right there, but it's gonna be scary too. But my point is that to be able to hear that prophecy and to be able to know that these men came from the word, you know what I'm saying? That's tight. That's tight.
Will do and how he will do it. When he removed Yasharah from Egypt in the first Exodus, they did not know what he was going to do until right before he did it and gave instructions. When we see the plagues and judgments in Revelation, we can look at them as being similar judgments before he removed Yasharah from Egypt. The most important thing that Yasharah needed to do at that time was trust in Yah and wait on him.
Right.
This is our same requirement. Today people sit and they wait for this false pre-tribulation rapture, all because they don't trust Yahuwah enough in their lives that he can really cover and guard them during their trials. But again, we don't know completely what he's going to do, but he did give us clues. Like he did in the first Exodus, when he gave the firstborn of Egypt up for us in the Passover. He said in Isaiah 43 that he gave Egypt for our ransom and Ethiopia and Seba in our place. He said, therefore I will give men for you and people for your life. So other nations, other people are going to be judged. They're going to come into judgment just so he can hold them as ransom for us. So obviously there's going to be problems in this world, and he's going to force Satan to give us up or it's all over. And here's the thing. The world, they're not going to understand it, and it's not going to look like a good thing. The media is not going to spin it and say, oh, this is Yahuwah getting ready for the second Exodus. Absolutely not. And if that's your expectations, you're not going to be ready for what's happening. I remember there was a short skit of this where aliens said that they wanted only black people or something like that.
Put more simply, in trade for solving all your most pressing domestic catastrophes, we are asking for every person in your country that you would classify as black.
Are you kidding?
No, we are not.
I'm posting that video to my website. These Masons are expecting something, I promise you that. Anyways, when the world hears what's going on, it will not sound like a good thing to everyone else. Again, the media is not going to promote it as the second Exodus of the Bible. You're not going to hear Anderson Cooper talking about this is Yah bringing judgment and bringing his children back. Absolutely not. You're going to need discernment and understanding and understand what it is that is happening in this world. And if you don't know Bible prophecy, that's exactly why you will not be ready for it. Yah is going to do it though, and he's doing it with fury poured out. So while the world is being judged, we should expect Yah to be moving. Don't let it surprise you that the movement with immigration in this country has something to do with it though. There's a reason why they're doing all of this right now. It's possible that they're making it an issue, making us actually fight to stay here instead of leaving because Yah is calling us. So when it happens later and they bring it onto us, we're fighting to stay here instead of understanding that Yah is calling us home. And many will stay because they were fighting to be in Babylon instead of recognizing that this is the second Exodus. Please use discernment. Also, we see Trump doing travel bans in many places where Yasharel are scattered, and I hear that he's going to be doing some more. The places he seems to be targeting are not by accident. There's obviously an agenda. One of the agendas could be just reverse psychology, to get us to fight to be in Babylon instead of understanding that they are saying it's time for us to leave. So if you see more travel bans, don't react with the rest of the world. It's a game. People want what they can't have. Imagine fighting to stay in a place that hates you and wants to oppress you. If they start making it hard for us to leave or stay, don't react like the mind-controlled ones here. Don't do any of that. Don't follow the mind control. Don't follow all that racist nonsense.
I think that was my problem, y'all. Can I be honest? I was reacting the wrong way.
It doesn't matter. If you understand prophecy, you will be ready. But again, many will not be, and they will be judged. We do not know what he will do. But just like he showed his power to Egypt, expect the same thing, except with more power. Again, we don't know exactly how he's going to do it, but we know that he will do it because he has said it many times over. It's up to us to make sure that we believe him. So we must wait on him and trust him to do it. I know everyone has a lot of questions like, what about this, or will he do that? I don't have all the answers. Now, as I keep saying, nobody knows for sure. But in regards to the second Exodus, I will tell you what I feel will happen. I obviously don't know this for sure, and this is when I say I am speculating. But I believe that the second Exodus may occur during the time of the fifth trumpet. It says, "Then out of the smoke locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. They were commanded not to harm the grass of the earth, or any green thing, or any tree, but only those men who do not have the seal of Elohim on their foreheads. And they were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. Their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man." Revelation chapter 9, verse 3 through 5. So look, at that period, the whole world is going to be tormented for 5 months. And so I feel that this will be the time of the second Exodus. The rest of the world will be attacked by locusts, and only those sealed will be able to move freely. So I believe he is giving us a window to move in this world without anyone bothering us, and we will have access to everything. For 5 months, everyone will be tormented, and it will be a natural lockdown, very similar to how the world was shut down from COVID. But everyone will be locked away except those sealed. Now let me also say this, if you're a wild branch, please do not have fear. God knows you, and he has promised to cover those faithful to him. That's his promise. I believe that we all will gain clarity when the two witnesses appear. I also believe that everyone attached to the 144,000 will be able to leave and go where we're told to go. But the many that are so against this truth, they're going to have problems. Again, being clear, this is my speculation, and I'm not saying it's 100% solid and not able to be challenged, but it makes sense to me, so I'm bringing it out. He is very specific about how long the locusts will be attacking everyone. No one will be able to halt us from coming to where he tells us to go. But we will see. All I know is that during this time, at some point, we will be led into the wilderness, into safety. And because of all that, the devil, seeing that he could do nothing to us, he's going to attack those that did not come with us. And that's when you see what happens in Revelation 13 and after.
I got this car recently, and look how much I was paying for insurance before. I use this website, and now look at my policy.
Now, while Yasharel is in the wilderness, Yahweh says he will deal with us face to face. It says, "As I live, says Yahweh Elohim, surely with a mighty hand, with an outstretched arm, and with fury poured out, I will rule over you. I will bring you out from the peoples and gather you out of the countries where you are scattered, with a mighty hand, with an outstretched arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the peoples, and there will plead my case with you face to face, just as I pleaded my case with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So I will plead my case with you, says Yahweh Elohim. I will make you pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. I will purge the rebels from among you, and those who transgress against me. I will bring them out of the country where they dwell, but they shall not enter the land of Israel. Then you will know that I am Yahweh. Ezekiel chapter 20, verses 33 through 38. And so, if you're following this so far, this is what we're all waiting to happen.
Yes, so I appreciate anybody watching on Twitch, anybody watching on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you liking what you're seeing, let me know. Throw some comments in there. You know what I'm saying?
We should be waiting for the second Exodus and for Yahweh to gather us into the wilderness where he will plead his case with us face to face, gathering us from where he scattered us and bringing us into the bond of the covenant. He is even going to purge out the rebels from amongst us. It's important to know that in this second Exodus, some will come with us that do not belong, and they all will be dealt with. This is actual Bible prophecy and what we're waiting for right now. So let's understand it clearly. First, Yasharel rebelled and sinned against Yahweh. Second, because of their sins, Yahweh punished and scattered Yasharel to the four corners of the earth. 3. In the last days, Yahweh will gather his flock of Yasharel where he scattered them and bring them to the wilderness where he will deal with them face to face as he did in the first Exodus. That is the whole setup. While the world panics and they move all outside of Yah's will, if you stay grounded in your faith, you will do fine. Use what happened during the times of COVID as an example. Remember, everyone was panicking, frantic, living in fear. If you knew to turn off all those other voices and just trust Yah, you would have enjoyed that period. I know I enjoyed the period of COVID. My biggest irritation was just watching people living in fear and that were mind controlled. That was my biggest problem. It was those stupid masks, but everything else, it was great because the streets were clear. But here's the deal. In this coming situation, there will actually be a reason for people to fear because they're going to lose everything. If you stay grounded in Yah and you trust in him, you will be ready when he calls us. So understand, I don't know what he will do exactly because it's not only about us here in America. We're scattered all over the world. But I know he said he will do it, and he said it many times. So I trust him to do so.
Yeah.
And that's what the second Exodus is about.
Yeah.
But the next question is, what happens next after the second Exodus? And he gathers us. And so there's a lot more to go over and explain. But I could not get there without covering all of this in the second Exodus. Because the next parts, they won't make sense to you if you don't understand the second Exodus. So I'm sorry if you heard all of this before, if you watched my videos about this in the past, but I can't do a teaching without providing proper foundation. So this is understanding the second Exodus, but next we will lead into what happens in the millennial kingdom. So go to part 2 of this and understand what happens when we get to the millennial kingdom. If you want to understand what's prophesied to happen after the second Exodus, I will explain it in part 2. I hope this helps all of you who are just looking for clarity about the last days. I'm gathering scriptures together and putting them in some kind of order so it can be understood. So just hit the link here and go to the next video. See you in part 2.
Shout out to Truth Unedited though. Let's do something different, y'all. I was trying to. Let's do some songs or something. It's in you that I find all I need and more. It's in you. Not yet. I wonder what happened to that lady's music, babe. The one I've been trying to find this whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, her music just dropped off the face of the earth. What would happen? Anyway, y'all.
Oh yeah, it's your love that's surrounding me. It's your love that's keeping from falling deep. It's your love that's keeping me coming back. I love how it's holding me down. I love when your presence is around, oh, but you won't stay around unless I follow your commandments now. You promise to keep your love always around. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. It's your love that's surrounding me. It's your love that's keeping from falling deep. It's your love. Will the devil have a grip on me with your love? You set the captives free. Come on. No more. Will the devil have a grip on me with your love? You set the captives free. Oh yeah. It's your love.
Don't forget to hit the like button.
That's surrounding me. It's your love that's keeping from falling deep. It's your love. Hallelujah. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is it cold in here?
No?
I'm cold.
Even under the blanket or what? Let's do Corey Kenshin. Let's see if we can do a try not to laugh real quick. Bro. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't even mean to start laughing, bro. It was over with. Dang, bro. He came out with the funny stuff. Bro, hold on. All right, let's do a water thing today. No, I didn't lose. Let's start over. That didn't count. That didn't count.
I know you ain't doing that.
All right, I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna really try not to laugh. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's start it over. It just can't. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I haven't started it. All right.
Hello. You are now watching a Corey Kenshin video. This one is a try not to laugh. Ha ha ha. Make sure that you slice the like button. There will be much laughs, I'm sure. Ha 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 ha. Enjoy. Well. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all. Look at you. This is you. What is this, the 7th try not to laugh? And I've still never laughed. What? It's actually sad. Today's the final showdown between you and I, alright? I want to laugh, okay? I want to. But y'all gonna have to earn my laugh. 3 lives, let's go. And if you make me laugh, you get a shout out. Facts in the chat, please. Wait, before we start, guys, we are super close to 4 million subscribers. 3,964,000 as I'm looking at this. If you watch my videos and you're not subscribed, please take the moment to subscribe. 4 million is so close. Tell your friends, your mother, your brother. All right, guys, this was the tweet. Time for another one. Think you can make me laugh? This is my Twitter, @CoreyKenshin. Go ahead, take a second to follow me. Cause some of y'all suckers, bruh. I don't know how many times it's gonna take me. Y'all already starting off bad. After my go crazy meme went viral, I've gone crazy enough.
Go crazy! Go stupid! Go crazy!
And I know this guy. His name's Callion Fox. Yo, this wasn't that a game, yo. I stepped outside for 1 second. Oh my. That was a good attempt, okay? The last zoom in almost caught your boy slipping. But I don't slip. Best magic trick ever.
Go mentally deranged, yeah? Go brainless, yeah? Go wacky. Go positively bonkers, yeah? Go mad, bruv. Lose your marbles, yeah? Go foolish.
See, as a fellow Brit myself, I didn't quite find this funny at all, actually.
Do you like your new toy?
All right.
What?
Well, he was born next to a nuclear power plant, has an IQ of 2, and got hit in the head with several rocks as a child. But boy, can this guy play basketball. Look at that, deep from 3. He's not the smartest player in the NBA, as you can tell here. He goes to the bench and he has no idea what the is going on. But boy, oh boy, has he been a threat so far on the defensive end. Check out this clip. From the other side of the court, he comes over and sends that ball in the stands. Once again, bye. He also can skate on the court as well.
That was kind of good.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be the next Hokage.
How old are you?
Ah, dang it. That was such a dumb one to lose on. It was the freaking slow panning at the end.
How old are you? 19.
I'm gonna be the next Hokage.
Nice job, Kai Funa.
Now. Getting chased by the pop.
Bro, back to back. I tell you what did it, that SpongeBob music. And then this dude being dead serious. Bro, I don't believe y'all just back to back me like that, bro. Oh my, I'm getting just.
Now. Getting chased by the pops.
Whoever laid down the SpongeBob music over this meme mastery. You know my humor. Who sent this? Cakes with the sauce. Oh my goodness, with so much sauce. Oh my God. Are they alive? Wow, that was so funny. Literally one life left. I feel like we just started.
Hey, I thought you weren't supposed to eat anything for a couple of hours after you've had a crown put in.
Well, they have this new kind of quick drying banding.
Oh, so it sounds like a good dentist.
Yeah, it's actually a Jiffy Lube on a coupon, but yeah, it was pretty good.
What's his name?
Crentist.
Your dentist's name is Currentist?
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like dentist.
Well, maybe that's why he became a dentist.
I'm bored. Send me videos. I'm thirsty for you.
I'ma do you up in the bed like a monster.
No.
Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn. Come down today.
Oh, heck no.
Come down today and try some corn, or we will sacrifice your newborn.
You monkey!
Marry me.
I've been doing this love thing wrong this whole time. Where's the rest of her meat at? my God!
Proud to be ugly? Why you clap? Why you clap? Why you?
Please be over. Please. Do not do anything.
Stay up. So without trying to be pretty. All right. Well, whatever you wanna. Call it. Cause you'll never get Salamo.
Okay.
Joker.
What is wrong with him?
There you go, Terry. What are you Terry? Oh, Lord. Oh, Terry. Oh, Terry. What you doing, Terry?
We sit down to eat. The potatoes have been hot. Somebody put a little bit on my fork and I blow. So it's cool, just cool, and into the mouth. Nice. And there's my brother, he's doing the same. So it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice. There's my mum, she's doing the same. So it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice.
That was beautiful.
ディオに近づいてくるのか。近づかなきゃ
I ain't gonna laugh
てめえを
this
ぶちのめせないんだな。ほほう。では十分近づくがよい。無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄無駄
It's a simple survey mission. I'll be good. Alright. Time to sneak.
Hey, you telling you stumped out no jutsu?
Wait, what?
Yeah! Sage more! Sage
Rip Jiraiya, bruh.
Time to sneak.
Hey, you telling you stumped?
Time to.
Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
Lazy Cloud, close.
Ease my way up. I'm gonna ease my way up.
I'll take the loss this day. This is gonna be me this time. But next time, 3 decisive laughs or nothing. Y'all should know my humor by now. But you know what? We'll see. Follow me at Corey Kenshin on Twitter.
I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't all that funny. What should I watch, y'all? I'm about to get to sleep here in a second. We better start leaving tomorrow. I'm gonna watch one more video. I'm about to get to sleep here in a second. We better start leaving tomorrow.
Wishes? Hit me.
An alien!
That's an alien.
Hang with Dustin Poirier.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Go!
You and I should get in there. Is that funny?
And that first round knockdown of Israel Adesanya, the sixth consecutive opponent that Kelvin Gastelum has knocked out.
It's almost like Israel can't engage him because Kelvin's so powerful.
Yeah. He had by Adesanya, perfectly placed.
Big reset from Gastelum.
Inside leg kick. Adesanya finding that range now.
Right before Gastelum got hit, he stumbled on a misstep. So it put him out of position, and Israel landed. Watch this. He stumbles out of position, Israel landed. You cannot make a mistake with a striker that's as sharp as Israel Adesanya. There's no room for error.
Gastelum getting a little bit sloppy here, 90 seconds to go in the round.
You can't be reckless. Adesanya will snipe you.
Yeah, he can't get careless, and he can't overcommit.
That lead right hand is nasty.
It's so nasty, and it's not telegraphed at all, and it's coming from low. It's hard to read.
Wishes? Hit me.
An alien!
That's an alien.
Hang with Dustin Poirier.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Go!
You and I should get in there. Is that funny?
Wow, it all comes down to this. The final 5 minutes to determine the UFC's interim middleweight champion. Both guys known for having tremendous cardio, and both ready to go here to try to secure a UFC title.
Coach Cordero was so animated in between rounds, telling him, now go get this belt, champ. Israel's going to have to stop him from pressuring him early in this round. He's got to take...
This is what happens when a streamer calls out a pro fighter.
Where? Dan, fight me.
I love this.
Say less.
Oh, shit. Good, I'm good. Next round.
Give him a good
Come on. Go ahead. So you alrighty? You all
Y'all crazy, bro.
challenge you to a Michael off. Hit the music, DJ.
Just looking at this, y'all see what I'm looking at? Like, bro, you see how much videos he's made, bro? 2,000, bro. 2,000 videos. Bro, where am I at, bro? Why am I expecting anything, you know what I'm saying? Anything good if I ain't posting content? Like, bro, he made over 2,000 videos. I can't imagine how many live streams he's done. Like, bro, I gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep pushing content. I know I'm not seeing the best fruit of my labor right now, but we gonna get there. So with that being said, I just appreciate y'all, man. It's not that I want to be like Castanet, but he's definitely an influencer for sure. Shout out to Brit, y'all. Jason B. Lou.
Some of y'all are always curious about what supplements I take. This is one of many. It tastes like hot cocoa. I'll drink it in the morning. You can drink it before class, before work, before the gym. Good for you, man. They got like 18 superfood ingredients like cacao, shilajit, adaptogenic mushrooms, ashwagandha, and many more. If you want sustained energy, no jitter, no crashes, I highly recommend this. They available online, 40% off your first purchase. Link down below. I gotta hurry up, catch my flight. I'm headed to Miami. See y'all there. Bye. What's good?
I just cut myself.
Dang, what you do?
I'm about to change, but
Okay.
Hello.
What's up?
my dad is here. Are you hungry?
Hell yeah, I'm always hungry.
And the rain just stopped and it's sunny out.
Do you even know how to cook?
I'm African and you know I know how to cook.
I know you love fufu. You know how to
I
make
do,
fufu?
yeah. Shout out to your mom for
Yeah.
the bomb ass over soup. Isn't that so?
She asked about you.
I came to your house.
Yes. She asked about you too. What you have a take for?
Tacos.
Tacos? What type of tacos?
Okay, well, you already told me you don't eat meat, you are only pescatarian, and you don't eat shrimp, so salmon for you, and probably ground beef.
Ground beef? Hard shell or soft shell?
I like mine soft. What do you like?
You don't like it hard?
No, but do you like yours hard? I can make it hard.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, wait. Anyways.
Let's check out your fridge, man. You talking about you be cooking.
I don't be home. I am not home, and I just moved here.
I'm fucking starving, man. My stomach been growling. We finna go to Whole Foods, get some groceries. Ruby gonna cook.
Do you like spicy?
I love spicy food.
Okay, good, because I make my
Shit don't
salsa.
even be spicy when you
No.
like it. Yeah.
Wait till you eat my salsa. It's so spicy.
You getting too much money these days, Ruby. I seen the prize picks. I seen the parlay hit. I seen the parlay hit.
I just won $1 million. Okay, period.
Let's start.
Yeah, follow my picks. I be hitting often. I just don't be posting because I don't want to seem too like braggy.
Who be giving you the picks?
Me. But I be collaborating with my friends, but I be like really like watching the games and knowing what players are gonna do next. So.
I don't think people know that. People think like somebody be giving you the picks.
Yeah, no. I mean, I definitely be calling the bros, but I like most of mine, like the ones that I put in myself. But yeah.
Damn, $1 million.
How much do you think I gave my friend who like collaborated on it with?
6 figures? Over under? 100K?
100 flat.
100 flat? That's decent.
Right?
That's love.
Right,
How much you gonna give me?
I'm gonna give you some tacos.
Ruby, we go way back.
I'm gonna give you some tacos. Okay? I'm scared. Is this a flattering angle? I'm like looking at the road, bro.
Where we going? Whole Foods. I don't smoke.
Yeah, you do.
I don't do drugs. Stop.
You smoked
Stop.
with me last
Stop.
time.
No, I didn't. Stop. Cap.
I'm about to drop these push-up bras that are life-changing.
Push-up bras?
Yeah. They make your boobs look really big. Like, you see how my boobs are small?
Like, what does it do? Like,
It pushes them up and it adds padding to them.
Oh. I see.
It's some girl shit. The girls will love it. Yeah. Avocados that are already like soft.
Got the tomatoes.
You guys like cilantro?
Yeah.
I love cilantro. I love limes and lemon. We need to get habanero peppers. Alright. Looking for sour cream. Dang, my car smells a lot of smoke.
I'm not being respected.
No. We're going to do an unbagging and show you guys what we got. You know, let's wash our hands.
You want any? No, I don't smoke.
He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he is...
Oh man, honor and respect to that. Honor and respect to that. That's cool, cool. Your body is your temple. Handle it.
Just dicing some tomatoes to make the pico salsa. Do you want to start cutting onions? Careful. Seriously, please. I'm buttering the pan before I put the meat in there. So first, you need to clean the steak. So let's cut some lemons.
Oh shit, that motherfucker automatic? You dropped the track Cherry.
Nigga, pop your gun, then come home, come pop this cherry. Cherry, I just dropped.
I thought that was pretty dope.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it?
I fucking love it. It's just so special and so amazing.
Do you feel underrated as an artist?
I think my time's gonna come, and it's like,
Right.
coming, like very soon. So
$2 million or dinner with Beyonce?
I'll take the 2 mil.
2 mil?
I love Beyonce though. What would you do?
I'm taking the 2 mil for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the 2 mil over anybody.
Even over me? A night with me?
Yeah, I'm taking the 2 mil.
Nah, thanks.
I love you though.
Like it or no? So there you go.
You did your thing. Okay. If y'all drinking juice, make sure it's not from concentrate. That shit bad for you. Make sure your shit pressed, freshly squeezed. It's a mixture of apples, pineapples, grapes, mangoes, and ginger.
It's really good. It's probably not spicy though, you know? What's up?
Hold on, bro. Taste this shit, bro. You gotta taste this shit, bro. What that taste like? She valid, she valid, she valid. What would I rate the tacos? 1 out of 10? A 9.
Thank you.
I'll say a 9 for sure. But now these is hidden, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm hungry as shit. I could really eat this whole thing. Do you feel like people have a misperception about you? In general?
Maybe.
I feel like you always like a trending topic no matter what the fuck you do.
But people talk about everybody, so that's why I always think of like, they literally talk about like everybody.
What's one thing you wish people knew about you?
I don't know. What's one thing you wish people knew about you? You're a private person and you make YouTube content.
There's still a lot that people don't know about me.
Like that you're a father?
Whoa!
Are you a father?
I'm not a father. I'm daddy though.
Who's daddy?
You'll make a good wife one day.
Aw, that's so nice of you to say. You're gonna make a good husband.
I ain't gonna lie, that's debatable. Yeah, man, these tacos was fire. I'm about to give me another one. It's like my 4th taco.
Period.
I gotta run to the airport. I'm running late actually.
He's a busy man, y'all. He's a very busy man, y'all.
What we gonna make next time?
In Jeddah.
In Jeddah.
Bye.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
The
you.
food was really good. Thanks for inviting me to your crib.
Of course. I'm glad we made it work.
Lovely home.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best in your music, all of your endeavors.
Same with you, Zeke.
How much you make from OnlyFans?
I can't tell my business.
Can't tell. Okay, over 100, over or under 200K?
Over.
Woo! That's it for the video, man. See y'all next video. Make sure you sub, like, bow.
Hello.
Oh, nigga, look.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, Chop out the trap, man.
Oh, we found something. Damn, we gotta search for that bitch.
So y'all want us to react to the singles then? Well, duh. But is this the official album though? Like,
yeah, like.
Yeah, I got the picture on there.
Oh, it's an EP, not an album. A sampler, official album sampler. Oh, so the album dropped on the 25th, and these are just man. Nigga said, Zia, just play the damn song.
Nah, that's funny to the bitch.
Y'all trying to turn up in this bitch? Alright, bro, my bad. Shit, let's get to it then. Fuck. I was in album reaction mode, though.
Let the burger from me. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit hard, bro. That nigga got a quilted ski mask, cuz.
No, me.
Oh my God, that's as loud as it go to music.
That bitch probably comfortable than a bitch, too, bro. Like, you probably less aggressive committing crimes with that bitch on.
You was talking about a nigga with a quilt?
With a quilted ski mask?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I was just thinking nigga was on some like, nigga, this nigga is creative. I mean, this nigga walked out the house with a motherfucking, what I just call this shit? A ski mask, nigga, that's quilted. You heard me?
Oh, man.
I'm saying it feel good on the face, though.
Oh, no,
so, like,
yeah, for
you
sure.
probably, like, if you was on some bullshit trying to commit some crimes, though, like, you give a little bit more grace.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like you can breathe a little better in that motherfucker,
you
too. Like,
saying?
yeah,
better
bro.
circulation.
Better
Yeah,
circulation.
because you got some little holes in there, you could, you know what I'm saying, get the
So
air.
it's more air going to your brain, and you
Why
thinking
you
more clearly before you commit on your crime, on your mission.
Okay, I like that, Zeke. I do like that. Because it's like, you kind of got a point. You need all them oxygen to think.
Because if you rob a nigga for like 100, you might get a nigga like 20 back, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Nigga ain't giving $20 back, shit.
With a quilt, the ski mask?
So you might, huh?
You just might, nigga.
Might be like, man, you know what?
I
got you. Nigga done took his shit, talking about he got him.
Nigga said, play the song. All right, bro, damn. Yeah.
Alright, y'all, I'm done. I'm not even lying to you.
Which longboards are best? Let's break it down. I'm gonna try and rate them based on our experience. Let's start with the biggest one, DAT longboard. It ports millions of loads every month. You're gonna have competition, but tons of options. Close second is Truck Stop. It ports hundreds of thousands of loads every week. It's easy to use, but solid to find work. In my opinion, 123 Loadboard is a worthy mention. It's not as big as DAT and Truck Stop, but very user-friendly and lots of quality loads. And lastly, I don't want to overlook Direct Freight. It ports tens of thousands of loads every week and it's growing fast. Let's be honest, in terms of spot market loads, DAT and Truck Stop are unbeatable. They're industry giants for a reason. Whichever loadboard you end up going with, remember, using it effectively is just as important. I will post some tips and techniques in the future. Which loadboards are best? If you're still doing everything yourself, that's not scaling, that's stalling. You can't grow your fleet if you're still grinding like it's day one. At some point, you have to get out of the driver's seat, not just literally, but mentally. Let someone else handle the runs while you're planning the routes, negotiating rates, and reviewing the numbers. This is what separates a driver with a truck from a fleet owner with a business. If you're still doing everything yourself,
Bro, he on to something, bro. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Right now, we just chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm about to be going back to Texas here in a second. Shoot, I'm just researching about, what I'm about to be doing. I'm about to be doing deliveries. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all just gonna be here studying with me. I'm just doing some.
Hey guys, my name is Tyrone Drew from Brookline Express. I'm coming to you today as a new owner-operator to let you know that there's hope out there for us. I've only been out here 2 months. I've heard the stories. I'm an 11-year Class A driver over the road. I know a lot about the industry. So I decided to jump in for myself. My truck is power only, which a lot of people think there's not a lot of options for us because we don't have a trailer, but it's not true. It depends on who you work with. I started out with that board and I sat.
Yeah, let me know if this light looks good on me. You know what I'm saying? I probably need a light like this at the house. I'm at a hotel right now.
Let me show you guys some load board etiquette. You see this load right here? Going from New York to Dallas, Texas, 1,388 miles. This price right here, of course, we see who got the load, right? So $1,800 is being offered at $1.30 per mile for this load, right? Come over here to the spot market rate. So on average, this load, this lane right here, going from New York to Dallas, Texas, right? The average, 15-day average, $1.69 to $2 a mile, right? So this is where you should be negotiating at. What happens is when you start taking it for this number right here, you start driving this price down. You're driving prices down. Need you guys to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. Load board etiquette 101, Big Vic TV. Let me show you guys.
Wow. Yep, so I plan on doing this, y'all. See, but the thing is, I got a box truck. It's not even, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm gonna need a bigger truck though, no cap. Let's figure out what we actually looking for. Yeah, box truck.
Xbox Pro is the fastest and easiest way to get pro vocal mixes like this. If you are looking for some great load boards for your box truck business, you are in the right place. In this video, I am going to cover 8 load boards you can explore to get more loads for your box.
Okay, I'm not talking about load boards. I just wanna. I mean, so what does that mean? That means that I need to create a team. I've been saying that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's my biggest thing, creating a team for my business. You know what I'm saying? I have to create a team for my business, now I feel like me, as the person that's starting this business, I'm thinking I need to do everything myself, you know what I'm saying? But that's obviously not the case. I'm gonna have to create a team. Like with this live streaming and YouTube, and creating content, I have so much ideas and innovations that I haven't even put to my thought process or to action it's always been in motion, but not really put into action. So I gotta get a team together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing is getting a team together. You know what I'm saying? It might cost a little bit, but it'll be better me getting a team together than me trying to sit here and ponder this myself. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch some how-tos. How to create a team
our technician took another job. Like, that's a very difficult position to fill. I'm not really capable, so we got a young, hungry dude that just loves bikes, loves people, wants to learn. But that's put me like 50% decrease, so I'm like operationally like 50% there.
It's a real lesson that I try to tell everybody. If there is a mission critical employee within an organization in a small business, one must at all costs have a backup and or be mentally prepared for 6 to 12 months to have to eat a whole lot of crow and deploy 3 to 7 more hours a day that they likely don't have. It's one of those two.
That's exactly where we're at.
Let's make sure we don't do that again. So even as you're training up this kid, train up another kid. Or train up yourself. One thing I tell everybody is the reason I'm always cool as a cucumber is because I can do everything in every business I have. All of them. I can ring up people at the register of wine library. I know how to do the marketing and strategy. I can make the videos. If you're running a business right now and you're listening and you can't do everything, absolutely have a backup and probably start the process of learning how to do it. Or you're vulnerable.
Our technique.
That's deep.
Hey there, fellow entrepreneurs. Are you ready to skyrocket your business success? Today, I'm going to share my top secrets on how to build a high-performing business team. Trust me, these tips are going to revolutionize the way you work and take your venture to new heights. So what exactly makes a team high-performing? It all starts with the right mix of talented individuals who are aligned with your mission and share your passion for success. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned as I dive deep into the essential steps of team building. Step 1. Define clear roles and expectations. Every team member needs to have a crystal clear understanding of what their responsibilities are and what is expected of them. Transparency in this aspect not only enhances productivity, but also fosters trust and collaboration within the team. Step 2. Foster open communication. Communication is the key that unlocks the full potential of your team. Encourage open dialogue, active listening, and constructive feedback. Remember, every team member brings a unique perspective to the table, and by actively engaging in meaningful discussions, you are fostering innovation and creativity. Step 3. Promote team building activities. Engage your team in activities that strengthen their bond and enhance mutual understanding. Whether it's a fun team retreat or regular team building exercises, investing time in fostering strong relationships will lead to cohesive and high-performing unit. Step 4. Recognize and celebrate successes. As a leader, it's vital to acknowledge and appreciate your team's hard work. Celebrating milestones and achievements not only boosts team morale, but also cultivates a positive work culture where everyone feels valued and motivated to strive for even greater success. Lastly, Step 5. Embrace diversity. Surrounding yourself with individuals from diverse backgrounds, experiences, and skill sets enriches your team's capabilities and perspectives. Embrace the power of diversity and create an inclusive environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute their unique talents. And there you have it. Build it.
Okay. My computer about to die, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna make it to charge that mug anyway.
To choose sides from the new nigga y'all started watching because Kai forced them on y'all, and y'all feel like y'all gotta support these little niggas. So I want to apologize for y'all for having to choose sides from y'all childhood hero versus a new nigga that just came up, an Instagram skitter.
Now listen, chat, as y'all do know, I do not. I think I repeated it. I think I made it so clear. that I don't want to get involved in this shit. I don't have time for it. I don't want to get involved in this shit. I would just want to ask y'all if y'all could just have y'all feud without involving me, gang. Like, I feel like I don't gotta be involved. I think to say that I force Reggie on my viewers is crazy. I think it is. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's certain things I can do without just saying my name. You feel what I'm saying? Reggie's a very talented individual. I didn't force shit on nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Dumb love Reggie when he first popped out, and it is what it is.
Gotta choose sides from the new nigga y'all started.
I had that one viewer.
Ambos. Yes. 我们都是做餐饮。我们。
Bro, we good, bro. We don't want no picture, bro. Hey.
Wait, stop touching him. What's wrong with you? Bro, please.
Oh, shit. Man, what's up?
Please.
Hold on, El Cameraman, no help. You need to grow the fuck up. This is how you die, my nigga. Expecting somebody else to spin or do something for you. Why are you even expecting that? You gotta worry about yourself, bro.
Bro, we good, bro. We don't want no picture, bro. Hey.
Wait, stop touching him. What's wrong with you? Bro, please.
Oh, shit. Man, what's up?
Please.
Stupid. It's getting too late. Alright, y'all. Without further ado, it's been fun. I appreciate y'all, man. We've been just getting back on the live channel. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get into it. You know, so tomorrow morning we're going to be heading back to Kansas. Right now we're in Texas. And you about to see me. And I'm going to post it too. I'm going to post it from me officially leaving my 9-to-5 to pursue in business entrepreneurship with my box truck, creating a team and starting from the ground up. Y'all might see me struggle a little bit. Y'all might see me grow, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna give up, and I say that, and that's my word for sure. So all praise to Yahuwah, and we out, you know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next time I get on live. So